We are here at the West Virginia Outdoor Economy Summit and having a great day so far. But one of my good friends that I've met recently, the past 5 years, no, 3 years now, you've been around, really started to fall in love with Josh.
Platonic, right?
Sure.
Whatever.
And Josh is with the Mon Forest Towns Partnership. And Mon Forest Towns Partnership, I'll let you tell the gist of it, but it started out really small, but it has got some legs now, and it is growing, and it's been amazing. And it's amazing to go into the towns and see the signs, and it's amazing to hear people at this conference talk about it and know it.
Yes.
It's done it. So
I've heard a lot of your towns mentioned over the last 2 days, for sure. So tell us about it.
It's back in 2016 or 2017 that several towns across the Mon Forest region came together, sort of in response to some catastrophic flooding that happened in the southern part of the forest. And, you know, they came together. The Forest Service really saw a need to support their communities who were trying to recover from a flood, economic downturn, the loss of the timber and coal industries, all those things combined. The towns decided to work together to leverage their common resource, the Monongahela National Forest, for outdoor recreation economic development. It took 6 years or something like that of meetings and planning and envisioning and figuring out where they wanted to go together. In about 2020, they developed a strategic plan and decided how their organization was going to work. There was a lot of support, like I mentioned, from the Forest Service, from WVU, and from many other partners. And by 2023, with Woodlands Community Lenders as a fiscal agent, they were able to bring in some funding to hire their first employee, which was me.
It was a good hire, I think.
yeah, so far so good. We'll keep him around. And what I will, for the record, I am the Mon Town's representative from White Sulphur Springs. Each town has a representative to the board so that we're all making decisions together to help keep the ship going in the right direction.
And we've seen the benefit being in White Sulphur Springs and biking and living there. We're seeing what's coming from being part of this Mon Forest Towns, for sure.
I mean, everything from getting some technical assistance regarding videography and photography for the town and the CVB to use.
I think I was in one of those shoots.
Oh, you were.
I was. Yeah.
I think you were the models. That's when I wrote.
Short list that day.
That's when I wrote you in.
That's right.
And I dipped out. From stuff like that, we just launched a great new website.
I see that. It looks awesome.
And so what's neat is it puts all the towns and helps really go to one town and plan. And then you say, hey, look, it's so close to the other town, right?
But what's interesting about Mon Forest Towns, being the rec guy and tourism guy, I looked at it as a marketing and tourism and rec. And I had the honor of joining a board meeting, a couple months ago. But it was everything else that was discussed. It wasn't just how are we going to market it or what's our outdoor attractions. It was things like like public works and things that amazed me of how they were all working together. So it was really an example of small business, small towns all sitting at the table discussing a rampant of things I didn't even thought about, which I thought was a pretty interesting to show the strength of the board and the organization that you guys have created.
Yeah, I think that's so true. It gets all the towns and all of our partners in the room for a day to talk about things that matter. The regional marketing, establishing a cohesive outdoor recreation destination, that's a piece of it.
Yeah.
The regional marketing is important, but all of our counties have CVBs now that do a lot of that great work as well, promoting their assets. So we work really closely with them on the regional marketing piece. But there's so many other needs that we're either working on or trying to figure out how to work on. When I first started in this gig, I did a lot of listening and learning. It's complicated. 12 towns and a whole wide range of stakeholders and issues, and ask a lot of questions about what the needs are, where you think we need to head for this, and learning from people that I talk to and other regional initiatives somewhat similar to ours. We recognize that, the first step is connecting to the forest and connecting to each other.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And really lifting that up. And so that's a big chunk of our work right now is that we're working with all 12 towns on projects, design, engineering, planning type projects that connect downtowns to the National Forest. And then we're working on some other initiatives like the itineraries you mentioned, like our Mon Forest Towns gravel and bikepacking route network they got launching this spring that are connecting towns.
That's that David Landis again popping up.
Yeah.
So right, doing great things is with Mountaineer Country.
Yeah.
So, you know, being new to the area, somewhat a couple of years now, 4 or 5 years, Mon Forest, most people don't know what that is. So tell me, and it's huge. How big is it? I'll never say it right.
1 million acres.
I mean,
Oh, the word, yeah.
Yes.
Monongahela.
and it's 1 million acres of land.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking when people on the East Coast think it's all developed, we have 1 million acres of pure wilderness, right? I mean, it's gorgeous land, right? Yeah. That is something people have realized we have access to here.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the most diverse areas in the country. Elevations from around 2,000 feet to almost 5,000 feet. Spruce forests to oak forests, and trails all through it. Yeah, it's an incredible opportunity.
And being someone who lived in D.C. and you hear about West Virginia, Snowshoe or the New River, I mean, real truth is, and I might be a little biased because we somewhat live in one, these are some of the best towns in the state that you have within this. I mean,
I might be a little biased too.
I mean, but there are cool places with cool things to do. So like, if you want the authentic, I'm going to get away, I'm going to see some cool culture, some people, some hiking, some biking, all your towns have it. Like it's not just, hey, 12 towns got together. It's like, it's the gem of an opportunity here. So.
Yeah, for sure. And through all these years of work, and even in my short stint here, we realized that we have lots of great people and lots of great places, and that these are great places to live and to work and to visit, right? And so to really,
it's true.
Yeah, to really get to the bottom of some of the major challenges we have, like we need people to do all three in our towns.
Yeah.
Live, work, and play.
Great place for people to live, makes a great place for people to visit, and makes a great place for people to start a business.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and those are key. And that's what we want to make for West Virginia, so our kids want to continue to live here.
How was it being here? What do you think of the summit and being part of all of this?
Man, it felt like old home week, I saw so many familiar faces, people that I hadn't seen in a long time, some people that I see too much, and then met lots of people that I've, feel like I've known for a long time, right? People that know all the same places I know, and
Lots of new partners.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's been a great event.
would you agree with this? The word that we have heard today is collaboration. I mean, that's been
a key word used a lot in our interviews. Feel that? Did you hear that throughout this?
Oh man, right? Yeah, nonstop. And it's great. I mean, that's what Mon Forest Towns Partnership's all about, right? We're better together, stronger together, and if we can leverage resources for 12 towns instead of just one,
love it. Go
with about the same amount of time spent on it.
Well, if anyone watching hasn't checked out, go check out your new website. What is it? What's the domain?
monforesttowns.org.
There you go. New site, new lot of good content, and go check out a Mon Forest Town. Hey man, thanks for taking some time to sit down with us.
My pleasure.
All right. Thanks, Josh.